Can I ask you to start applauding, clapping?
Yeah, certainly.
Do that. So Australia does it.
I thought I'd come on today and start with a bit of material about impotence. It's not a very hard subject. I'm glad you laughed, though. That really sets the mood for the rest of my material. It was mentioned earlier on by the compere. It's a lovely compere. He had an addition to his family, so did I not long ago. Like 2 weeks ago, in fact. Thank you. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, so, I mean, we were talking, me and my fiancée were talking about it for a long time, 9 or 10 months, and it just suddenly happened. I think the hardest thing is the waiting. I was excited, like, because I wanted to, get out, play with it, go out, show it everything in the world. And, like 2 weeks ago, got my first iPhone. Yeah, it's been pretty good, except the older Nokia's getting a bit jealous. We've told it he's going to Disneyland, but he's not seen the Envirophone bag yet. Did that look subtle checking my material? What I got next? I think when you're in a relationship, you find out a lot about men and women. You find a lot of the difference between, especially with the person you're with. My girlfriend's idea of romantic is, candlelit dinner, roses and all that. My idea of romantic is not getting spunk in her hair. Well, we were talking about pregnancy and stuff, me and my girlfriend, and I was like, it weirds me out, it's disgusting, it's not very nice. And she said, no, it's beautiful, miraculous. And all I was like, well, anything that causes vaginal tearing is not beautiful in my books. Never. And I thought, what do you get at the end of this arduous process of pregnancy? What is essentially what looks like a lump of raw ham with a face. I mean, I'm not one to talk judging someone's face. My friends say I've got the face of someone who likes to indulge in senseless violence. But I think most people are quite self-conscious about the way they look. Like, would you, for a fact, guess that I'm 17.5 stone? I'll give you the correct answer is no, you do not think I look 17.5 stone. Thank you. I just see them. No, you fucking do, mate. But we were talking about kids and stuff, and I thought toddlers are very odd creatures. I couldn't think of anything sort of closely related. The only thing I think of closely related to them is professional footballers. Whingy, self-obsessed, overpaid crybabies who do nothing but play with their balls all day. And one pushing her down like a sack of shit. My girlfriend, she says, oh, you never tell me how you feel. You never tell me how you feel about me. I said, well, I don't want to make you upset there. But she's got a pretty bad sense of humour herself. Like I said to her once, do you fancy a quickie? She said, as opposed to... One of my friends, he was going on a date he'd not been dating for very long, and he said, oh, what should I ask? And stuff. I said, I have no idea. I've been going with the same person since I was 14. I've never been out on a date. So we went on the internet, great information of today. So we went out, and you had the normal questions, what's your name? Which you probably know the person's name and probably go out on a date with them. And essentially that's just kidnap them. But like, oh, what do you do? Where do you live, etc., etc. And he got down to some really odd questions. It was kind of, what turns you on creatively? Two things with that. Number one, what man wants to know that? Number two, what does that even fucking mean? Is that the reason you're banned from all the art galleries in your area? Or is that why when you see an attractive woman walk by, you think, oh, I'm going to sculpt the shit out of you. But no, we've been talking about getting, we're engaged now, we're talking about trying to get married. And I know it's all the woman's thing, I would never dream of trying to interfere, I would be savagely beaten by them and their little crew. I said, well, I'll deal with the food, my area of expertise, I will deal with the food. So she come back a week later, so have you got it sorted? I was like, yeah, 5 courses, 2 starters, cheese at the end, wines for all those meals. Oh yeah, what about, we've got some vegetarian, you've got a vegetarian option. I said, they've got 2 options. They can make do, or they can fuck off. I find it quite ironic, actually, that Johnny was scared of London, but living in Australia, the land where everything is designed to fucking kill you. You're like, oh fuck, there's a hedgehog. What's wrong with a hedgehog? They shoot knives at you. But I think, like, over here, do you know what the 3 most poisonous things are in Bristol? Not Bristol, not even in fucking Bristol. England. One is the adder. Second is the bee. Third is a fucking stinging nettle. That is as dangerous as we get in England. Imagine Steve Irwin then. Oh, crikey. That's my Australian accent. Is it any good? Oh, crikey. Shrimp on the barbie. It would just be fucking, it would be terrible. But I'm very fascinated in nicknames. I think it's great that one characteristic trait about you, is far down to that single thing. My friend had a nickname, Twiglet, because his girlfriend really liked Marmite. Anyone got any strange nicknames in there? Anyone? You? No? Oh, okay. Well, interesting bunch up here. But no, I also got the same friend, funnily enough. I only have one. He's an old man. He's a child psychologist, but also an average Christian. So I thought it very ironic that he was laughing at a kid who had an imaginary friend. But all those kind of people, the mystics and all that sort of bullshit, it really gets on my nerves. Like especially like the mediums, the people who talk to the dead. It's fucking easy. You just be like, oh, I'm getting someone. Begins with a G. Has anyone lost a granddad? Yes, well done. They tend to be rather old. But I was thinking the other day back to my school days, and a lot of the myths you hear as a teenager about like sex and masturbation and sort of thing. Like my friend told me, oh, they was once masturbated with my headphones on, and then when they finished, there was a cup of tea and biscuits on the side. Yeah. I was like, what would the mum? Obviously, the mum's walked in, seen her son furiously tugging away, and just gone, oh, he's going for that, ain't he? Well, leave this here. He looks like he needs his strength, like. Now, like, obviously, it would be awkward being caught by your mum masturbating. Obviously, anyone been? No. Just me then? Okay. I mean, no, not me, my friend. But no, it's infinitely awkward being caught like masturbating. It's infinitely more awkward the other way round. You walk in, oh Mum, what are you doing? It's my toothbrush. Wondered where that hair came from. That funny taste. I was at home recently. I'm a student up in Leicester, and I was at home recently, and the Dog Trust knocked on my door. And they said, "Oh, give me a leaflet." And said, "Oh, would you like to sponsor a dog? Would you like a dog for Christmas?" I said, "We normally have turkey, but I'll give anything a go." And I said, "If you want more business stuff, you should go next door. I've got Korean neighbours." Sorry, my handwriting is fucking shit. I'm just looking, it's just lines, it's just random fucking bullshit. As I said, I'm a student. Does anyone else studying here? Do you leave the village at all? No. You're allowed? Is there a University of Rodborough? Anyone have any education?
Yeah.
What have you done, sir?
I've got A-levels.
What are you?
music and English.
Wow. Didn't want a real job then.
No.
Sorry. There's a new TV show on one of the shit channels on cable. I don't know if you've seen it. It's called Sex with Mum and Dad. Not to be confused with the Hillbilly Porn Production Company. Very, very different. Don't ask for that in a video shop. They fucking look at you really fucking weird. But I thought, like, what would be worse? Find out that your parents were really explicit and really dirty, or that they were really, really fucking boring. You go, what's the weirdest place you've had sex? Well, we once did it outside the covers once. Where does he usually come? In the next room. Okay. Have you ever had a threesome? Well, I thought about someone else once. Have you ever watched porn while having sex? I look down every so often. Right, well, my last thing then, the 10 things men do to ruin the mood of sex. So it's going to be a long one. I'm going to cut it down just to the first couple of them. Apparently the number one thing I do is choose bad music. Obviously everyone knows Barry White is the way to go if you want to set the mood. I went a different route, however, you know. Who'd have thought the Okie Kokie would have weirded out so much? You know, you put your left arm in. That was a surprise. Another one is using dirty talk wrong. But I think women can be worse than that than men. You know, you don't want to be, taking off your clothes for the first time. You just about to have sex and mood's really good. Take it off, take your boxers off, and she goes, aww. That's not a personal experience. But apparently the worst thing a man can do for a mood is manage a woman's moves. You know, like moving her hand, pushing her head down, giving her a script. Thank you very much. I'm Chris. Thank you.
Chris Mead! Come on! Woo! And can we keep that love applause going?